Okay, so get this. We've got robots, we've got epic cities, we've got, well, kind of the whole cinematic spectrum this week.
Yeah, definitely two ends of the movie-making universe, wouldn't you say?
Totally. And you know what? It's got us thinking about what clicks with audiences right now. We're calling this Deep Dive. Movie, magic, and mega misses.
Catchy.
Right. And the best part, we've got all the numbers, early reviews, you name it, to really break it down.
Let's do it. I'm ready to dive in.
Me too. So, The Wild Robot, this family-friendly animation, it's soaring.
Big time.
Meanwhile, Megalopolis, Francis Ford Coppola's big passion project.
Yeah, not quite setting the box office on fire.
Exactly. But see, this is what we love to unpack. Because it's easy to go, okay, robots, heartwarming, everyone loves that. Epic poem. Maybe not so much.
Right.
But there's got to be more to it.
Way more. The Wild Robot really plays into this whole idea of what audiences are craving. I'm talking feel-good stories, themes that resonate, family, finding your place, even a touch of environmentalism woven in. It's like comfort food, but with a fresh take.
And you know what else? We can't forget that whole adaptation angle. It's based on a book.
Yeah.
Huge fan base. Exactly. And those fans, they're primed and ready to see this world come alive on screen.
Adaptations can be tricky, though. A real tightrope walk.
Oh, totally. But it seems like The Wild Robot really nailed it.
Nailed it. The reviews are emphasizing how the animation style actually heightens the emotional impact.
So it's not just, the animation's pretty.
No way. It's serving the story. Critics are calling out specific scenes where, because of the visuals, those emotional beats land even harder.
And that, my friend, is the magic formula, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. It's hitting those emotional chords that are really resonating with people today.
Now, on the flip side, we've got Megalopolis. Let's be real. Coppola. The name carries weight. This is a legend, right?
Icon.
You'd think people would be lining up just to see his vision on screen.
Sure. But here's the catch. Coppola. He's always been about pushing boundaries. Right from the start.
And Megalopolis is no different.
No different at all.
Yeah.
This wasn't just a passion project. He poured his own money into it. Talk about commitment.
Wow, so he had complete creative control.
Total freedom.
But, and here's the thing, that also means you're outside the whole studio system.
Which has its own playbook, its own expectations.
Exactly.
People might know what to expect from a Coppola film.
Right.
But they also have certain expectations when they walk into a family-friendly animation.
A totally different ballpark.
Worlds apart. The Wild Robot probably felt like, okay, this is familiar territory. This is something I can rely on.
Right, like that warm blanket on a chilly night.
Exactly. Whereas Megalopolis was more like, well, diving into the unknown, which can be amazing, but it's inherently riskier.
And I think that's a really good point you bring up because it ties into this whole idea of audience, right?
100%.
Like both films, in a way, they tell us something about the stories we're drawn to.
Absolutely. The Wild Robot. It proves that some themes are just timeless. Family, belonging, figuring out your place in the world. These are things that speak to us on a really deep level, no matter what's going on in the world.
They're human stories, even if there's a robot at the center of it. And that's kind of beautiful when you think about it.
Right. It's the heart of it. And then you have Megalopolis, which might not have been a box office smash, but it sparks a different kind of conversation.
Oh, for sure. It makes you think, what are the kinds of stories we're telling? How are we telling them?
Exactly. It challenges the status quo a little.
It's like, yeah, there's a place for that blockbuster, for that heartwarming story. But there's also space for the films that make us think, make us question, maybe even make us a little uncomfortable.
Yes. And that's the beauty of cinema, isn't it? The diversity. The ability to tell all these different types of stories.
Exactly. It's not a competition.
No, it's an ecosystem.
Yeah. Exactly. So next time you're scrolling through trying to figure out what to watch, remember, there's a whole lot more going on behind the scenes than you might realize.
Think about the marketing, the creative choices, even the cultural moment we're in.
It all plays a role in shaping what we see on screen. And on that note, that's a wrap for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure. Till next time.